Hey y'all, welcome back to the DIY Entrepreneurs Reaction Show. I'm so glad you decided to tune in with me today. Go ahead and hit that like button and become a subscriber to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I would really appreciate that. Today we're going to be reacting to another Shark Tank pitch, so let's check it out.
Next in the tank is a beverage that takes advantage of a drought-tolerant plant.
What's up, Sharks? I'm Quan.
And I'm Mo.
And we're from Pricklee. And today, we're here seeking $200,000 in exchange for 5% equity of our business.
Who's ready for the next big coconut water?
Said no one ever. Coconut water is played out.
Is this still 2005? Get out of here.
Coconut water's time has come and gone. Allow us to humbly introduce you to Mother Nature's ultimate thirst quencher. With just half the sugar and half the calories of coconut water, meet
Pricklee cactus water.
Pricklee has no carbonation,
No stevia.
and dare we say it?
No coconuts. No more cocoa. No more cocoa.
Cacti plus cact-u equals cact-us.
So who's ready to make cactus
The new coconut. Right in front of you, we have 3 samples of our delicious cactus waters. Let's start with the Pricklee Pear Original, with hints of watermelon and bubblegum.
Good. Tastes to me like a watered down pear juice.
The second flavor that you have in your hand is the strawberry hibiscus.
This one's nice.
And the last one is the mango ginger.
Oh, wow. Very gingery.
This is only 35 calories, the whole thing?
for the whole can?
And how much sugar?
7 grams of sugar.
All 3 of them are great.
Do you guys have a ton of competition? Like, is cactus a thing?
Cactus water is a brand new category. There are a few companies that are in that space as well.
But we have something that others don't.
So growing up in Lebanon, my grandma used to make it from the prickly pear. The actual pulp that's in there, she used to juice that, remove the seeds, remove the spines from the outside, and we used to drink that as kids growing up. I was in a local market in Boston, and I just saw the prickly pears out of the side of my eye, and I just had like a moment of nostalgia. I just remember my grandma, how she used to make this for us. So just decided right then and there, I'm gonna take it back home and try to like replicate to the best of my ability.
So, you know, we took a sip and immediately we just knew that this was something special.
Okay, guys,
You
many
love
beverages coming to Shark Tank.
Yeah, and-
Many. We've
Yeah,
had over 13 years,
Hundreds.
many. 2 questions that always have to be answered. Distribution is next to impossible to get shelf space. The weight of the can, direct to consumer, makes it very expensive to ship, so everybody has a huge problem, customer acquisition. Now, you're going to tell us you've solved that problem, right? Because you guys want a $4 million valuation. Hopefully, you've got some sales.
Absolutely.
We launched in February, and we just had our best month last month at 55,000. And
Where
this
are you
month,
selling?
And this month we'll be at
This month we'll be at 70,000. So we're selling, as far as retail distribution,
you for the
UNFI
whole
and
year?
regional distributors in the Northeast.
So what does one can cost, guys, and what does it cost you to make?
So currently it costs us $1 to make, but we have a pathway with our co-packer as well as our ingredient vendors to get it down to 65 cents.
and that's landed including freight,
We wholesale for $1.67.
and they retail $2.99.
Retail for $2.99, and New York specifically is more like $3.49.
How does that compare to the cost of coconut water?
Oh, it's right in line.
Good question.
Look, I'm a big coconut water drinker. And the difference is I get a whole lot more potassium.
Sure.
And I get a whole lot more of the electrolytes, but your nutritional levels are really, really low.
So the differentiator is the antioxidants with the prickly pear versus the coconut water.
For example, a single prickly pear contains more antioxidants than a cup of green tea. It contains all 24 beta lanes. It's got polyphenols, taurine, and of course a little bit of vitamin C as well. We anchor it to coconut water because of the immense work that's done through plant-based
Yeah, but you don't say
waters.
that anywhere.
So the message is cactus is the new coconut, because even though 99% of people know what cactuses are, we have to give them something that they understand the product with immediately.
I love the fact that it's coming from cactus. Most things take a lot of water to grow. So I think you're right on the money with something that's important. But I think you're a little bit too early, and so I am out, but I'll be watching you.
No, thank you so much for your time,
Yeah,
Lori.
guys, that's your whole
Cactus
sales
water.
pitch.
Sure.
Tastes great, doesn't use water, low cost, low cal, and oh, by the way, there's antioxidants. And you didn't use it at all. You should repackage it to something that has to do with saving the country and the world from droughts. That's your missing piece. So for those reasons, I'm out.
No,
Hey, Mark just gave them a whole nother marketing strategy, right? A whole nother marketing channel that they could use in advertisement. I haven't seen the close-up of the bottle yet. They just shown a little bit as far as the nutritional facts on the can from Mark's hand. But I don't see any type of marketing thing. I saw in the beginning it said health of a coconut water or something like that. And so what Mark is saying, I think will help them to go further, because who's heard of cactus water? I know I haven't. Maybe you guys have. But I have never heard of cactus water, but of course I've heard of coconut water. And the exact points that they came back and responded to Mark with, they should have that somewhere on the labeling. That should be somewhere on the labeling where they're comparing the cactus water with the coconut water in a way of educating a consumer. And so I hope that they take that. I hope that they take that advice to heart, what Mark has said. But let's see what others are saying.
I agree from a sustainability aspect. We need to maybe have focused on that a little bit more. What we're trying to do from the overall mission perspective is to really change customer behavior and promote sustainable foods.
Guys, you know, you've clearly got something that's like, you know, interesting and doesn't seem to be out there. But back to Mark's point, businesses now need to have some kind of purpose, right? And you actually have that. You're just not telling us that you've got it. And that's the biggest miss here. I wish you the best of luck, but I'm out.
Somebody show them out.
I invested in a chill soda company going back maybe 10, 11 years ago. It's where I lost my first $200,000. Then I did a round of investing. I lost another $2, then another $2. And the reason it was lost was the distribution killed them. And I learned to respect how dangerous it is. And so I don't want to go down that road again, so I'm out.
You know, what you're specifically talking about is distribution from a retail perspective. The other aspects, other channels that we're
Guys, they're
exploring,
all out. There's only one shark left. So let me tell you the way I...
Okay, Kevin's the only one. But I like how they are able to respond to all of the pushback that the sharks are giving them. They had an answer for Mark when he compared it to, you know, he said, I'm more of a coconut water drinker. And because of that, I get more potassium. So what do you guys bring me? They had a great answer, a great response for his comment. And then even with what Barbara said, they're able to come back. They know their product, they know their space, and they're able to answer these questions or to reply to these comments with some great information. Again, that should be somewhere on the labeling of their can. And so I just think, because again, cactus water, who's heard of it? Just like Emma just responded to, the purpose that they have has to be a little bit more in your face because it's such a new product. And so Kevin, we see Kevin is the only one in, so let's see what he does.
See it, okay? I hate beverage deals because of exactly what Barb said. We've seen them all before, and they are just brutal. You guys are going to have a really hard time getting anybody to return your call. However, I like this product.
Wow.
I've never done a beverage deal because I hate them so much. I hate you guys. So I'm having a hard time with it because I know if I do this, it's hell on earth. But here's my offer. It's a prickly offer.
Prickly offer.
You might have a little trouble with it, might sting on the edges, but it's the only offer I'm going to make, and I have no flexibility. I'll give you the $200,000 for 20%. That's it. Take it or leave it. Don't tell me why your other investors will be unhappy, yada, 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 woof, woof, woof. I don't care. That's the deal.
Thank you so much for that offer. Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
So just help us understand, I mean, with your immense experience, I mean, how are we supposed to do that, right? As you know, this is a cash-intensive business. That equity becomes currency for us to raise additional money, build our operations team, build our sales team to get access into those Whole Foods, into those...
He hasn't even finished his question yet, but I love his response. Like, how do you expect us to give you 20% of this business? And he's finna explain. I love their responses.
You're making me regret this offer. I hate this business so much.
You know, if we were to give you 20% of our equity, how are we going to return your money in, you know, 4 or 5 years as an investment partner, right? We want to honor the faith that you've shown in us.
The only way this works, and it's a long shot, is you get it to 50 million in sales just on the East Coast. You can do that. and then one of the big guys take you out. That's what happens. You will never return my cash till you get acquired.
We need that equity to raise money to get...
He told them right out the door, I'm not even looking for money back. I'm not even looking for my return back until you guys sell, until you guys get acquired. That's the only way I'm going to get my money back. And so that's why I'm putting this 20% valuation on your company. Wow.
The $50 million in sales that you want, right? Like, I just want to set the stage.
And here's my answer to that. If we do this deal, I'm going to try and get you more capital from very smart people in distribution. It becomes part of my Shark Tank family, and the whole team goes to work on it.
Of course.
Quan, he didn't answer your question, did he?
All I'm saying is this is, of course,
we're all going to get diluted together. We're all going to get diluted together.
Quan, do you really want to get in bed with a guy who doesn't like your business, doesn't believe in the business, and thinks it's a nightmare?
Barbara, are you the one that gave them the offer?
No, I didn't, because I don't like the business.
You're out.
He doesn't like the business. He's trying to come in and gobble it up. Please. No,
you guys, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
You guys wouldn't be where you are.
I said from the beginning, I was honest with you.
He's where he is because he's a bully, by the way.
Please.
Because he's a bully. He bullies his way into these deals.
You know, I'm just telling you the truth. It's so hard that I need a big chunk because I know I'm going to get diluted multiple times as we raise more capital.
But this deal is not about...
It's not about
cash, right? If we want cash, we can get the cash, right? This deal for us is about being first-generation Americans chasing the American dream and the sacrifice that our parents put in. So would you consider the original offer of $200,000 at 5%, but as a line of credit? So we bring you as an advisor, as somebody that can bring a ton of value. We're giving you investment back, but you have equity in the business.
No, I would go down to 10%, but I want a royalty. I want some way to get my cash back.
You know what? I love your heart in this. I would do that for a line of credit. 5%, of course, because I'd love to see you succeed, even though I'd be a just sucker for going into another deal like this.
Do it.
You have a deal.
Your boy getting a deal. Yeah.
Let's do this.
This is exactly the kind of deal I hate. Every piece of it.
Thank you so much. We're so excited to work with you.
Interesting, right? I love when Barbara is able to see a Sharky type deal. Sometimes she gives them too. But I love when she's able to see a Sharky type deal coming from Kevin. And then she's able to swoop in and just kind of get the deal. I love when she does that. But you could tell she kind of really wanted them to succeed. The advice that she was giving them was really on point with what they were saying. I am concerned, though. She just gave a whole spell, a whole speech about how when she did something with another beverage company, it was a bust. And now she's going to take that ride again with another beverage company. However, they got a deal for the loan, not necessarily a straight investment. And so, well, it is an investment, but they ended up walking out the tank with Barbara, with the deal with Barbara for $200K as a loan for 5% equity in the business. So they come on as an advisor, or Barbara comes on as an advisor, and she's still able to get the equity. But it is a loan, and I'm sure they're going to discuss the terms afterwards. But I love the fact that she just kind of took a chance with this loan approach to investing in this company. Again, I really do think, and it seems like the Sharks like the product. It was just more around the education of cactus water because it's a new entry, and they know it. They know they're coming into a new, into the domain with a new type of product, cactus water, right? And so one thing, I just really believe that they really need to add a little bit more marketing, a little bit more education around what cactus water is, and have cactus water versus coconut water so that you could kind of compare the advantages of both if you're a drinker. And so I'm so glad that they were able to get a deal to continue in the journey of their entrepreneurship grind. They were able to get it with Barbara, and I really do hope that this partnership proves to be very profitable for both Barbara this time, for Barbara this time, as well as the Pricklee guys. So I wish them the best in their endeavors. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and staying until the end. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button and become a subscriber if you like this content. And make sure you join us for the next one.
It's a compliment. It's a compliment to the two of you because I love the two of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you,
I'll be a
guys.
customer, guys. I'll be a customer.
Let's go! Yes! No more go-go! No more go-go! No more go-go! We just really wanted to protect our equity because we know how much money it's going to cost us to raise in order to grow this business. And so we want to make sure that we're fair to Barbara and everyone else that's believed in us.